This mission is titled Breaking Point. Historical context is Battle of Okinawa. The difficulty I have chosen is Veteran. Can somebody die from the 25 grenades? Actually took me about a half hour to complete the mission, coming in at 37 minutes and 44 seconds. We're looking at a mission here that encapsulates Japan's last stand. Now, I don't know if I'm using that word correctly or if encapsulates is a word, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say.
Word is, main force pulled back to the North Ridge. But I want everyone ready to fight. As soon as that supply drop shows, we move. There it is. Move, get to it, double time. Watch the grass, watch the trees, watch any damn place Tojo could be waiting.
So we're spawning in, we got weapons. We don't have any ammos. We're going to the airdrops. So real quick, we hear Roebuck mention Tojo. Now, when I originally heard that, it kind of just sounded like he was speaking on the Japanese soldiers as a whole, maybe in general, or maybe there was some Japanese group with the name Tojo. I looked for a little bit and I found Hideki Tojo, which is a Japanese politician, military leader, and also a convicted war criminal. Tojo had a very strong hate for the West, which stemmed from his extreme nationalistic views. I was just a little bit confused because why would we be looking out specifically for one person in the middle of a war? And I'm genuinely asking that question because I'm wondering if anyone else understands why Roebuck says that and what else he could be referring to if I'm incorrect. Oh my god, I did not remember that happening. Wait, where is he at? This might be like a cheat code spot. I feel like I'm barely getting... Never mind. I can't see anybody shooting me. Grenade, grenade, grenade. What's this? Tabune. Oh, actually, we completed the objective successfully. My bad, Roebuck. Now, this is during the Battle of Okinawa, which is known to be one of the largest and bloodiest battles, at least on the Pacific side of things. We're gonna go back to Shuri Castle for a second, though, because this was actually a very historically known location on this island before the battle even happened. Originally a part of Ryukyu Kingdom, this played a very important role in the maritime trade networks that were part of the medieval East Asia and also the Southeast Asia, even though the island overall was considerably small. The trade networks were very important because this is allowing the exchange of goods, ideas, and also cultural practices between different regions. It's kind of almost like the internet, except of course if you compared it to the internet now, this would be very slow. Now that's for the ideas part and the cultural practices part, but till this day this is one of the most important networks that are allowing exchange of goods in the world. Ships are carrying approximately 90% of the world's manufactured goods. When it comes to the US, vessels carry about 53 and 38% of the US's imports and exports. That could be so many things. That could be food, that could be cars, that could be the things you're ordering on Amazon, literally almost anything you can think about. Now, to speak on the mission specifically, you make some pretty important decisions throughout the mission, likely quicker than you're able to realize it. Roebuck and Polanski wind up approaching a couple of Japanese soldiers that almost look like they're surrendering, which of course they finesse you like they always do. Are you fake sleeping, sir? Have a Browning. Should I take the Browning? And by the time you make a decision on who you're gonna shoot first, who you're gonna save first, the other person's gonna wind up dead anyway. I believe I actually let Roebuck die on my playthrough, and I actually didn't mean to do that. The decision just happened a little bit too fast for me. Considering this is like the final defense for Japan before any war starts on the mainland, you could assume they were just doing everything they could to slow down the Americans, but also destroy the morale of the US soldiers. Something that is mentioned a lot is that the Japanese soldiers can be seen wearing conscripted glasses, specifically during this mission. A large reason I would assume that this is mentioned and emphasized during the game is because soldiers with glasses were almost never really put on the front line, especially if you had soldiers with better vision at hand. Now let's stop for a second because I could be wrong. There was propaganda and also stereotypes that portrayed Allied forces, often Japanese, as physically unfit for combat. But we also have to look at reality and the combat effectiveness of these same soldiers. Despite stereotypes, the average Japanese soldier could perform as well as any other soldier. The Japanese culture is very strong, and when I say strong, I'm talking about the things like the loyalty that they have to their emperor. And maybe you heard of the Bushido code, emphasizing skill in martial arts, honor, courage, and loyalty to warrior's master. Is Is this a Japanese gun? I genuinely do not know. I believe, if I'm correct, this is the only part of the campaign where you literally just pick up mortars and you're throwing them. Can you do that in real life? I don't know. Move. Like, damn. Wait a minute. I definitely just killed my teammates trying to take out that mortar pit. These are actually OP. Oh, where did he come from? His head is gone. He's still screaming. I'm going to take one of these mortar. Where are they at? I'm going to take one of these mortars to go. Eat one. And he just... this weapon is a threat to all of society. My bad. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Is that considered a war crime? I don't know. Sometimes in this game, I can't tell where the enemy is, and I'm just like, imagine actually being in war and you're trying to figure out where the enemy is. Like, as soon as I landed, I'd be terrified. The music actually kind of gets me. Like, a little bit playing by yourself, it actually just, I don't know, I get like anxiety. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this would be Shuri Castle. This is the HQ that I was actually talking about. Now, if you're not familiar, the Japanese did indeed have its headquarters set up underground inside the castle. And actually, till this day, some of the HQ and other areas are being preserved for public viewing. And I have an article here where a 93-year-old Japanese man said he believes that public displays of the structure next to the popular castle would send out a stronger message of peace. Allow visitors to learn about both the bright and dark sides of Okinawa. Listen to that and then think about the person and the people on Twitter that are tripping about a woman getting a rising sun tattoo. Why would you want the idea of war, violence, hatred, and destruction to be carried on through a symbol that is displayed on the Japanese flag? If you genuinely care, why would you want to push that idea?